award show kitchen. This time I'm very pleased to introduce Edith Kubiena, all the way from Austria, who will cook a little bit of pieces and a bit of fish as well now.
Yes.
Okie dokie, well I shall leave it over to you and best of luck.
Thank you, Richard Lifestyle. Today we will cook for you a very colorful recipe, a fillet of char with beetroot bulgur and a horseradish lamb's lettuce. And now we will start to cut the pre-cooked beetroot into small cubes, and we will boil the bulgur in pure beetroot juice, lightly salted. I was so motivated to write this cookbook. I have to work also. I was so motivated to write this cookbook because all my clients believe that losing weight means suffering and saying goodbye to tasty and delicious food. And usually losing weight is not so difficult. It's perfectly feasible for many people to stick on a diet for a limited period of time. However, it's much more difficult to keep the weight off. And that's the reason why I wrote this cookbook, to maintain one's weight easily whilst enjoying a delicious dish. And my inspiration was the eating habits in France. You're looking for some salt and pepper? The eating habits in France, sitting together every evening and enjoy a delicious dinner together. And without, that's important for me, without diet products. You have heard I'm a dietitian, but I hate diet products. And often accompanied by a glass of wine. And all the recipes are following a certain pattern. It's very easy. It's one handful of protein. For example, fish, meat, poultry, shiitake mushrooms or pulses. 2 handfuls of seasonal vegetable. That's very important for me. I grow my own vegetable in my garden and therefore strictly follow the season. And I think that the taste of seasonal food, the produce, is more intense and they are full of vitamins and polyphenols. And I only use a small fist or a handful of starches like potatoes, rice, noodles. And I also look at the thermic effect of a dish. What does this mean? You can imagine a tall man with a lightly red face, maybe a little bit overweight. What do you think is his preferred dish? When you go in a restaurant, what do you think? You like vegetable? No. Meat. Meat! Perfect. And now you imagine his thin, 35 years old woman wife. What does she prefer? She's very thin and always looking at her figure. Lettuce, perfect. And what does she drink? Because she's driving with the car.
Whiskey.
Whiskey, no, no. What does she drink? Water, perfect. And in their bed. No, we don't talk about sex now. What do you think? What's about her feet and her hands? Cold. Well, cold, yes. You know, it's easy. The traditional Chinese medicine knows a lot about this, and it teaches us that oranges, kiwis, mineral water, yogurt has a cooling impact on our body, and that's not good for people with less energy, cold hands, cold feet. It's perfect intestinal cleanser, a good blood builder, and detoxifies liver and gallbladder. If you are a little anemic, for example, you have an infection or a little suffering under the weather, or simply want to boost your immune system, for the fish we use today, there's a char fillet. Char fillet is similar to a trout, and from the family there's salmon. It contains, like all fish, a lot of protein, but less omega-3 fatty acids. And that's the reason why I don't need my gloves now. That's the reason why I add flaxseed oil to the sauce. Flaxseed oil is the ancient oil in Europe, the ancient oil plant in Europe. And if you want, and I hope you want, to taste the oil now, it should taste like hay, a little bit nutty. And the flaxseed oil needs to be into the fridge. You should not warm it over 40 degrees.